Hello, dear friends. I hope we have all had a great week. Welcome to our weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session, a half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connections. If you are a new member of our community, please accept our wholehearted welcome. And know that if you are unsure or have any questions about our practices and topics, we are all here to help. And if you are a regular, well, welcome back. It is customary in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. So in the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we work, study, and reside, the Wudi people of the Dharma Nation, and pay my respect to elders past, present, and emerging. I also pay my respects to the traditional custodians of various lands on which you all are. So the check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and the entire community. These sessions aim to develop a reflective practice in response to changes. Guided by humanistic Buddhism, we would like to cultivate our practices and build memorable friendships. So last week, Paula shared her unexpected encounter in Korea, which led to a lively discussion about the wisdom and courage needed with giving the gift of encouragement. So this week, we will hear from our sunshine Xiaomeng, who will share with us how the Dharma and NTI community has lit up the path of her life. So during Xiaomeng's sharing, we invite you to listen deeply and appreciate the twists and turns that human life offers, using this amazing opportunity to practice turning off our inner chatter and being completely present. So let's welcome Xiaomeng.
Okay, thank you, Yijun, and auspicious greetings to all. Thank you for our COP friends sharing their touching and nourishing stories with us. So today I'd like to share my turning point with you. So before that, let's start today's session with a short meditation. Taking a comfortable seat. Take a couple of seconds to scan your body from top to bottom. Sense if any areas are tense. If so, take a deep breath in and out to relax that portion. Take another deep breath and allow your eyes to close as you breathe out this time. Continue to breathe naturally and bring your attention to the center of your chest, around your heart. See if you can develop a sensation of ease, friendship, and warmth towards yourself. Allow this feeling to flow through you freely. Now imagine a person that you feel warmly towards, maybe a teacher or a close friend of you. Someone makes you happy when you think of them, holding them in your mind and generating feelings of loving kindness towards them as you continue to breathe naturally. As you breathe in, you wish this person happiness and fulfillment. And as you breathe out, you send them joy and flourishing. Now slowly let go of that person and those feelings. Take a few breaths and notice any sensations and emotions within you. Though we focus the feeling of warmth and loving kindness on others, the brain benefits from these feelings as though we were feeling them ourselves. As a result, we relax, feel love, and improve our health. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving me the chance to share my turning point story with you today. And my theme for today's session is direction. So this was me before 25. Next slide, please, Jun. Thank you. So this was me before 25, born in Beijing, the capital city of China. Being the only child of the family, I was well cared by for all the people around me. Thus, there were not so many ups and downs in life. Raised by my grandmother in her small but cozy house, I had a happy childhood with my friends and enjoying being close to nature. Like most people of my age, we accessed compulsory education at age 7 and lived a routine life. My parents looked for the best schools to give me a better education. Hence, from primary to high school, I got the privilege of receiving the best education in the city. Even though I didn't spend much time on the courses, I got high marks. As such, I was labeled as smart and quick-learned. The schools taught us knowledge about science and history. However, what they didn't teach us is how an individual could find the direction, thus leading to a meaningful life. Next slide, please. So the Buddha told us that everything in this world is impermanent. So all phenomena occur based on causes and conditions. Well, unfortunately, unknowing about Buddhism at that time, my happy boat sank the moment my grandpa passed away. I was traveling when she died. Not being informed about that sad news, I even brought her a carefully selected gift, but only found an empty house when coming back. From that day on, my world turned black. I blamed my parents for not letting me know about her death in time. I condemned myself for even not noticing her illness, and I regretted for being unable to see her for the last set. Immersed in grief, I isolated myself, closed my door to anyone, and suffered from insomnia. Due to irregular daily routine and sleeplessness, I got an eating disorder. Bearing the pain both mentally and physically, I lost the direction of my life. Wondering about the purpose of living. Awake in the morning, I couldn't stop but ask why I was still alive and suffering. Why couldn't I just go with my grandma? At that time, I labeled myself as negative and sick. Next slide. So the turning point appeared after 3 years of suffering. That was a long time. So by chance, I began to know Fo Guangshan through an online translation video and was attracted by the Buddhist content being translated. Digging deeper, I found some of my doubts could be answered by Buddhist teachings. For instance, the 12 links of dependent origination. Gradually, I brought my attention from negative thinking to Buddhist theories and volunteerism. At that time, continued to find direction in life until I saw this picture. I resonated with the words, follow your path. Somehow I feel the picture is telling me that if you don't like the path you are walking, start paving another one. And it delivers the idea that everyone can be the master of their own life. So I made a decision, quit my job, and applied for a study opportunity at the Nantian Institute. Instead of using cleverness to learn the knowledge, this time I infused my true passion for Buddhism to find the key to lighting up the way. Next slide, please. 1.5 years have passed, and now I have graduated. Reflecting on my learning journey, NTI has not only broadened my understanding of Buddhism from practical perspectives, seeing how this 2,600 years of wisdom is applied to guide modern people's life, but also made me realize the importance of self-compassion and the power of letting go. More importantly, I know that I want to live a life that impresses myself and at the same time benefits the others. So the key again from NTI is setting goals is the first step in turning the impossible into the possible. And whatever your goal is, you can always get there if you are willing to work. A true passion for something is far more powerful than cleverness or smartness. Self-compassion, authenticity, connection, and openness lead to wholeness. And your ability to fly is in direct proportion to your courage to face the rock bottom. And because of NTI, I joined the community of practice. This safe place built on mutual trust and understanding nourishes me every Sunday. The insights shared by our friends gained from their daily lives have inspired me in every way. So overall, what I have taken away from NTI and this lovely community is that if you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten your path. And if you are facing in the right direction, all you need to do is keep on walking. So that's all for my turning point story sharing. It is simple but meaningful to me. And I'd like to invite everyone to consider the following questions. Have you ever lost the direction of life? What was your key in lighting up the way then? And how did Dharma assist you in figuring out your direction? That's all from me. Now I will hand over the mic back to Yijun.
Thank you, Xiaomeng, for sharing your warm experience at NTI and with the community. You are truly a sunshine in our life. So now we will be placed in groups of 3 to 4 to share and discuss. In the discussion, we recommend you spend some time getting to know each other and then discussing our questions. There will be some Zoom notifications to guide you, but feel free to let the flow of your discussion guide you. Our sessions are guided by metta, which is unconditional love and kindness for all sentient beings. So let's use these breakout sessions to express and receive loving kindness to and from one another, and take time to pause, share, and listen. We will also ask you to share some of your findings with the larger group at the end of the breakout discussion. So now let's go to our breakout rooms for rich and nourishing discussions. See you all back in 15 minutes.
So welcome back, everyone. I hope that you all have had a great discussion in your breakout room discussions. And if it is comfortable for you, please feel free to write down some reflections in the chat box. Then our poster team will try to arrange and design a beautiful poster for this session. I see some reflections about key to the way home, hope, optimistic, motivation, and endurance, light up. So in our breakout room, we have Cecile and Chris and Stacy. So Cecile really gave us a lot of profound reflections about love and her way of, practicing and comparing different religions and how we can communicate through heart instead of using our mind. And William said the bodhisattva from the get-go starts with the good and ultimate aspiration. The aspiration flows and fruits into the past. Yes, I agree that sometimes, most of the time aspiration is the key and the intention is the key for our actions. And then passion is what gives direction. And that's motivation where everywhere feels right instead of force. We always need to find our true passion for something. And see, Venerable Jue, wholeness is not the same as perfection. Okay. Maybe, Venerable, you need to explain more about this later in the plenary session. So keep writing. Thank you, everyone, for your reflections. And now I hand over the microphone back to Yijun.
Thank you, Xiaomeng. Please allow me to share screen again. So we really hope the check-in session was helpful to you, and we hope you experienced the unconditional love and compassion of this community. But for anyone who might be experiencing a greater need than what today could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us, and you can also reach out to the professional organizations on the screen. So next Sunday, we will invite Jen to share her turning point story, justice, truth, and equity with us. And here is a bio of Jen. She has very diverse experience and now is pursuing her law degree. But in the past, she has created great artworks, and we look forward to hear her sharing next week. And as we check out today, let's recite the dedication of merits together to send love and compassion to whoever in need.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
So thank you, Sunshine Xiaomeng, for sharing, and thank you everyone for joining us. Now we will end recording and have our usual plenary session. So please stay around if we have time. Otherwise, see you all again next Sunday at 11 a.m.